So I want to start off here with Cooper Beebe. So from what I've seen from Cooper Beebe so far, he's having trouble snapping the football. Everything he does after he snaps that football is exactly what you want your center or just offensive lineman on the interior to do in general. This guy has very clean technique, and if he can start snapping the ball properly, because there is a transition that he's making from guard to center, this guy is going to be completely fine. Now, do I think he's going to start day one for the Cowboys? I don't think that's going to be the case. And I think that's because the offensive line coach is married to the idea of not having multiple rookies on this offensive line. I think he's going to start Brock Hoffman day one. But I'm not mad at that because apparently Brock Hoffman's been having a good camp. This is the guy that's been really working his behind off all off season. And I want to see what Brock Hoffman has to offer here. I'm interested to see what he can do during the preseason, because if Brock Hoffman can be a legit starting center for you, then your offensive line for the next 5-10 years is set. Because if Zach Martin retires this year, you just move Cooper Beebe over to right guard, keep Brock Hoffman at center, and you have your starting offensive line for next year already set. It's a smooth transition from Zach Martin to Cooper Beebe. Not saying that there won't be a drop-off in play, because Zach Martin is one of the best to ever do it, but just saying that that could really help your offensive line for the future if Brock Hoffman is as good as the Cowboys front office and coaching staff believe that he is. And I'm not out on Brock Hoffman at all. I saw some good things from him last year. I'm just not as sold on Brock Hoffman as the Cowboys front office and coaching staff tries to tell me that I should be, right? I think there's a reason he was undrafted. There was a reason why he got cut and moved on from. But, look, it seems like he's been working really hard and he's been making strides in his game. So I can't knock that at all. I really can't. But again, I still would favor Cooper Beebe if he can get those snaps down. Because here's the thing. I don't care if you're a rookie, if you're a second-year player, if you're a 10th-year player. I want the best guys on the field. I don't care if you're a veteran. I don't care your experience level. I really don't. If you're the best guy at that position, I want you on the field. I don't care what your experience level is. Now, I prefer the things that Cooper Beebe is going to give you over a Brock Hoffman. Brock Hoffman is more of a movement guy. I'm more of a power guy. I prefer, a guy who's going to move people based off of how powerful he is. And that's what Cooper Beebe provides to you. But he's also a guy that moves pretty well as well. I don't think that there is this drop off at all between how well Brock Hoffman moves and how well Cooper Beebe moves. But again, if Brock Hoffman can be a guy, I'm completely fine with that. I worry about his physicality, especially going up against some of the interior defensive linemen that we're going to be going up against, right? We're going to be going up against Lawrence from the Giants, McNeil and Reeder from the Lions. I don't consider Jordan Davis to be good, so I'm not worried about that. But you get what I'm saying. There is a lot of good interior defensive linemen that we're going to be playing. Daron Payne, Jonathan Allen, those guys over in Washington. So from that standpoint, I would prefer to have Cooper Beebe as the starting center. But again, I do understand the hesitancy to start two rookies. I understand that because this is a year where Mike McCarthy's job's on the line. That's fair. It's fair to say, hey, in a year that my job's on the line, I don't know if I want to start two rookies. My pushback to that would be, hey, Chuma Edoga is just not good. Regardless if he's a veteran or not, he's not good. He shouldn't start. So at the very least, you just should start Guyton. But I understand the hesitancy to start a guy in Cooper Beebe that's struggling with snapping the football at the current moment over a guy like Brock Hoffman, who has been in the system. He has played live game reps for you. You know the player that he is. You know the person that he is. And I'm talking about the player he is on the NFL level. You don't exactly know that from Cooper Beebe right now, even though I think Cooper Beebe will be a better player right off the bat. But I understand the hesitancy. It's not something that I say hey, you're kind of reaching here. You're dragging it a bit. No, I understand the hesitancy. There is something there. And maybe if this coaching staff was on deals beyond this year, maybe they would be a little more open to the idea of starting two rookies, but they're not. And I also don't understand it from this standpoint. If Cooper Beebe's the better player, he should just play. But so far, Brock Hoffman, it looks like he's been the better player. So I expect Brock Hoffman's going to be the starting center come week 1. I'm fine with it if he's the best center on this team. If he's not the best center on this team and Cooper Beebe has worked on his snaps and they look a lot better, I'm for Cooper Beebe starting. That I have no skin in this game. If Brock Hoffman ends up being the better player, that's all I care about. I'm like Sean Payton from that standpoint. Sean Payton, remember, he started Marcus Colston over Dante Stallworth. Marcus Colston was a 7th-round pick. Dante Stallworth was a 1st-round pick. Marcus Colston was the better player. He's like, this guy's the better player. So I don't care where you're drafted. I just want the best players on the field. If that's Brock Hoffman, that's Brock Hoffman. If that's Cooper Beebe, that's Cooper Beebe. So, yeah, hopefully Cooper Beebe can clean up these snaps because, man, everything after just looks like teach tape there. So, yeah, we'll see how this plays out.